Hey, what is going on, crypto people? This is crazy. This has been an absolutely crazy week. Binance Exchange being sued by the SEC. Coinbase Exchange being sued by the SEC. What is the purpose of all of this? Is this just Operation Choke Point at another level? Was this part of the plan? It is clear that the United States does not want anything to do, or at least the United States entities, government entities, do not want anything to do with the digital asset space. That is clear. It is really, really clear. This Operation Choke Point is very, very interesting. Or is this just merely the SEC and Gary Gensler in a jurisdiction grab? I think it's a little bit of both, but I think it is majorly. I don't think that the Gary Gensler gets the nod to do the things that he's able to do without the Department of Treasury, so which means it's the U.S. government, which goes all the way back to the president, in my opinion. So this is brutal for the digital asset space. I mean, this is really, really brutal for the space. Absolutely brutal. Coinbase is being sued. We knew it was coming because we got the heads up on the Wells notice that Coinbase received from the SEC. The two top exchanges being sued, allegedly offering, he likes to call, Gary Gensler likes to call, crypto assets, securities. I mean, wow. And let us not forget that the NASDAQ is just conveniently coming into play in sometime in July, Q2 of 2023 for custody of assets. The NASDAQ. What do you think is going to happen there? Yeah, boy. This thing about trying to turn this space over to the boys at Wall Street is a real deal. And finally, there are people who are just kind of waking up to the reality that Wall Street and the banking regulators own this country. Like, you got to get that. I saw it was an article from Bloomberg, said that BlackRock, which is, Wall Street, BlackRock, the multi-trillion-dollar assets under management company headed by Larry Fink, has become the fourth branch of the U.S. government. A company has become the fourth branch of the U.S. government. This is why there are things going on that people don't understand about getting our country back. Getting our country back. We cannot overlook the fact that, because for us in the digital asset space, what we want to say is the SEC sued Ripple, the SEC sued Coinbase, the SEC sued Binance. No, the United States government sued these companies. These companies who are doing everything correct. I don't know about Binance, but certainly Coinbase and certainly Ripple. Not breaking any laws. The SEC wants to contend about the securities laws because they can't come up with anything else. So they want to take this freaking broad securities law and say that this is what they're doing. They're offering securities. But these are legitimate, upfront, capitalistic companies participating in capitalism. And the United States government, because these assets are participating in the monetary system. You got to get that. It's in the monetary system. We're not talking about information. This is the internet of value. And these are major players in that value. Internet of value. That is Coinbase and Ripple. These are major players. And Wall Street, JP Morgan, Goldman, and the like don't like it. Got to get it. They want to catch up. They want to catch up and they want to get their share. And they understand that Coinbase and Ripple were leading in their respective spaces. That's why they came after them, without question. I find it fascinating that every single time, tell me what's going on with this, fam. Every single time an asset is alleged, how is Binance being sued and the tokens listed XLM not there? It's fascinating to me. Coinbase. XLM, not there. In terms of the tokens that are being alleged to be crypto asset securities. How is that? What is Jeb got going on? Here's what I think. He is talking to United States government entities. That's what I think. I think the reason why he is always in the clear, him and his token, always in the clear, is because of that. And I think that when he burned all those tokens, the foundation, all that stuff is, was okay. You got to do this. You got to burn all these things. You got to get, set up this foundation. I think that was all from the U.S. entities because he was willing to give them information. I think that 10,000%. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I don't trust him. I don't think he's into decentralization. I don't think he's into DeFi. I don't think he's into crypto. I just think he's a dude trying to make money. That's what I think about him. I don't trust him at all. He may be smart and all that, but anyway, how is that? Tell me about that. List of tokens on Coinbase, list of tokens on Binance, no XLM. No XLM. Tell me. I don't know if they did an ICO or not. I don't know. I have no idea. I know that Ripple, the company, didn't do an ICO. That I do know. Doesn't it feel eerily odd that that XRP literally could be a token with clarity? And 20 plus tokens, major tokens like Solana and Cardano, Matic, Mana, what is that? Decentraland might not have clarity. It's odd. It's eerily odd, doesn't it? It's like it's all been planned. And when you look at the move that Ripple has made, remember, never forget these 4 pillars. This is Ripple and their move right now, right? This is their thing. Liquidity, tokenization, compliance, and custody. That's the 4 pillars. That's where they are amping up. And David Schwartz said sanction compliance as well, right? That's a major thing. Setting up for these enterprises and institutions to be able to use the XRPL ledger where they can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. If you think that doesn't, if you think for a second that is not eye-opening, jaw-dropping to enterprises and institutions, you're kidding yourself. You're talking about, I don't care how much you talk about the money supply. I don't care how much you talk about how fast money moves. I'm telling you right now, to an enterprise, an institution, whatever the size of the enterprise or whatever the size of the institution, when they hear the words that there's this open source public blockchain where transparency will rule the day, and you can move your assets in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. Come on, man. Right now, you can put Bitcoin on the XRPL ledger, use the Spend the Bits app, in less than a penny to move stuff around. Come on. You're telling me that's not eye-opening and jaw-dropping? Ripple's about to get this clarity. Their #1 blockchain is the XRPL ledger. It's their #1 blockchain. Doesn't mean the assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum won't be moved, but we already know there are people building in this space that Spend the Bits you can get the app if you're not in the US. Get the app if you're not in the US and put your Bitcoin on there and send it without the fees that come from the blockchain. That's Bitcoin. I mean, come on already. The XRPL ledger is a game changer. We say on our channel all the time. ILP, the Interletter Protocol, which was gifted to the WWW, the 3W people. The ILP, the XRPL ledger, the digital asset XRP. Just pick one. And just throw in the company Ripple. Just pick one. It's just game changing. Ripple's, you know, this Ripple's approach is now 50% top bottom, 50% bottom up. But Ripple is genius in asking questions and finding out what the world needs. They ask the questions of the institutions. They ask the questions of the enterprises. So what do you need? And that's what they told them. Liquidity, tokenization, okay, compliance and custody. The fourth branch, the new fourth branch of the United States government, which is BlackRock, says that they understand right now that what's happening right now is the bond debt market, which is in the tens of trillions, is being tokenized. It's being tokenized. Don't forget about the massive scale of the XRP ledger. Let me say it again for all the people who might be new to the channel. The XRP ledger, which is the blockchain that utilizes the native asset XRP, it can move, my friends, anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. Have you used your Zum wallet? Have you used the XRPL? It's amazing. Have you used Ledger Nano? Ledger Live? Have you moved your XRP or your assets around? I mean, have you moved your XRP around? I mean, you literally can't put your phone down. By the time you put your phone down, the stuff has moved. And you telling me that is not appealing to enterprises and institutions? The speed of money and this cost of less than a penny. Are you kidding me? It's game changing. This is so much a show, I don't even know anymore. Jeremy Hogan did a video, and I just find it fascinating. He said something very, very funny. He was evaluating, particular tokens and kind of scaling them, giving them a rating of, possibly being a security. He was evaluating the BNB token, and he made this comment, which I thought was funny. He said that the U.S. investors found a way to get the BNB token. Right, because maybe you can't do it in the U.S., right, because of the SEC. And he said, he said this. He said, maybe they're using VPNs, right? And he made this very, very poignant comment. He said, "Isn't it interesting that a U.S. citizen has to pretend like they're in China to participate in capitalism?" How sad is that? That's why, in my opinion, the fight that Jimmy Valley is taking up is massively, massively important. We got a few patriots in Congress. We got a few, but not enough. We need more. Because, like I say on the channel all the time, there have been people who have sacrificed their country for personal profits. And we have to do away with those people who are willing to sacrifice their country for personal profits. And that includes this, in my opinion, current administration. You want to know why the shadow ban on my channel? That's why. I know that they're always listening, right? They get a little email. They send a little email over to YouTube. It's just how it is. Because we speak the truth. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. People in position of influence have sacrificed their country for personal profits. Tragedy. That's why we need the digital asset space, and that's why we need more options. Because never ever forget this decentralized space. DeFi works because a group of people come together. A group of individuals come together and constantly reinforce the idea and notion of peer-to-peer, a concept for the people and by the people. That's what decentralized finance is. DeFi doesn't work without you and I hopping on there and providing liquidity. You and I. It doesn't work any other way. And we don't have to fill out a resume. We don't have to show up for a freaking interview to participate. We don't have to qualify as in the nonsense, in the biggest sham in the history of United States finance, as an accredited investor to participate. The biggest sham in the history of U.S. finance, probably probably bigger than the FDIC bullcrap. It's FDIC insured nonsense. So understand that as a patriot, we all must be prepared to defend our country against its government. You gotta get that. All right, guys, listen, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been a really, really cool hang. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're hanging out watching, please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm gonna end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay though, because you and I, we're already winning. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.